Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys. Welcome back to a Conquer Divide reaction. Now, this is going to be an interesting one because both of us are not really familiar with Conquer Divide. I've only seen them in Electric Callboy when they did that one song with them. And we're going to react to Atonement.
Let's keep it open-minded. Let's see what the band brings to the table.
I always say this on the channel, I come in with criticism sometimes, but it's not a critique particularly of the band. I've noticed it's an analysis of how I feel inside about the music to create interesting discussions.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what music is all about. We sometimes agree, we sometimes disagree, but we all can have an interesting conversation around it.
It's all right to have a personal taste, but also being able to go outside of it.
Yes, agree. So let's see what we got here.
Just fighting hard against your current, right when we needed you the most. Oh, don't you see, we don't believe the thing that you say when it was easy to let go. You turned your back, and wasting my time is all that you are. So don't look back.
You know what I thought of this?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought the era of Evanescence, when they first kind of started. Yeah?
Why am I thinking of TRL? You're talking about Evanescence, I'm talking about Total Request Live.
Because they were. They were.
Obviously, they were, but I'm saying it's that history of music.
I think that extension.
That part, you know, of where metal was heading, where rock music was heading in general.
You know what it is? I think it's become this thing where sometimes I feel myself even getting older when it comes to music, where I'm always putting myself in this box of what I expect heavy metal to be.
Right.
And why not combine pop music with heavy metal? It's like there's going to be somebody who's going to enjoy that style. Might not be particularly for me, because, for example, her more higher pitched vocals that we saw in the beginning and kind of in the middle, I actually like. I think she has a nice voice. I don't particularly like the poppy style of vocals, and I don't know if they particularly fit with the music the way I pictured in my mind. And the music itself, I can't say anything bad about it, but at the same time, it doesn't have its hooks in me.
Yeah, this song is automatically not for me. It's just, for me personally, it's okay to stretch and pull the boundaries of, but I don't know how better to express it than, you know, it's either metal in sound or in attitude, how you approach something. Just balls out whatever you decide to do, and your passion comes through, and you just don't care what everybody else is. Sometimes it's not the sounds that conveys metal attitude, but here it's neither or. It's like, it feels like there's too much milk in my coffee. It's diluting it.
You feel like they put too many mixtures in this one?
Too many mixtures, and I don't enjoy anything about what she's doing in between the metal parts. That's not my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am not on that spectrum yet. I'm still kind of in giving it a chance mode. Yeah. But let's keep going. Let's see what we got.
Diving deep to help you find your voice, but you can't find meaning in Let it slip through.
I like the attitude of the other girl.
The one that does the growl voice.
The growling voice. I put it this way. I kind of starts more leaning towards your way. I personally think nobody's gonna watch somebody who doesn't have some sort of they have talent.
Obviously,
they have talent, and there is going to be somebody who's going to gravitate towards this. I don't want to take away from what they are, but when I personally, like, you put me on heavy metal and I got into heavy metal music, it was this kind of raw, unrefined rage and energy that I loved about it.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, this doesn't have those elements. It treads on them.
Yeah.
It walks over them, but it never quite commits to them.
Yeah, like it almost feels like a sound check, kind of like jamming in the studio, because the metal parts are vibing. They're jamming. There's cool moments happening there musically. Like her vocals, I feel that the way that the mastering is done on this music, on the song, they should bring her up a little bit more. She feels a little bit lost in the instrumentation. It's either she still needs to like improve upon vocals, I don't know what this is, or just bring them up a little bit. She feels a little bit lost within the instruments. But in general, I just, like you said, I want to underline that if this attracts an audience of fans who's like, I've never heard metal before, what is this? This kind of sounds cool. You know, good luck. They've accomplished their task.
I've gotten over this elitist, stupid mentality of like black metal's Black Album is not a real Metallica album. No, it introduced so many fans to music. It's a different
Metallica. If you expect everybody to remain the same in their 40-plus year history, like, what do you want?
Yeah. We got a little visitor here.
Little elitist here.
She's gonna keep us a little company, but let's keep it rolling.
She's digging it.
You know, there's nice moments actually in here.
It's a good introductory song. It's if you want to familiarize yourself, like a jump start, a trampoline into, you know, richer, more heavy, more refined
into this world.
Into the world of. Go ahead, enjoy it.
Because you know what it is? I know bands like I'm not even gonna go as crazy as Nile. Bands like Manila Road might have less of a fan base, or bands like for example, Blind Guardian, maybe a lot of people don't even remember them anymore. I feel like, and this is not a knock on Conquer Divide, they bring so much to the genre, whereas this is, to me, seems like the thing that a lot of people are doing. They're mixing pop and heavy metal and all the things that they like into this one thing that's neither pop, neither metal, neither aggressive, neither soft. And it's quite a commitment to really go for something, because you don't know if somebody's going to listen to it.
Sometimes it's also to have criticism and say, like, look, I think this band doesn't just rise above the average. It's just, like, not the cream of a crop. It's just regular. Like, oh, okay. Again, it probably has its audience. For somebody like myself who's been listening to metal all my life, I demand a little bit more of attention. If you want to grab my attention, come in. I don't care if it's new.
Right now,
I don't know.
so I'm going to stop you for a second.
Yeah.
I think you need to explain, because this can come off as you sound like a metal elitist. Like that's something I can hear.
Right.
Explain by that what you mean, because I know what you mean.
Right.
I think you need to explain.
For somebody who's been listening metal for all my life, and I have this very, very vastly wide range of different things that I like, and I've heard so much that when I listen to a new song, it needs to have some features about it, certain qualities, to personally attract me. And I think what I'm speaking to is my personal opinion, my bias. Again, I've always come from that background. I'm looking at the world and at the world of metals through a personal filter. If you want my attention, if you want to reach out to me, whatever angle I'm coming from, then I expect a certain amount of things happening in the song, and it's not happening here.
I'll add to that, because I kind of feel the same way, where I'll put it this way. When you just heard a lot of music over the many years of your life, you want something with more substance, where there is perhaps some kind of technical skill is being displayed, or this the way of writing songs that shows a little bit more forethought and kind of real, kind of developed thing, that there is an attempt to be really, truly your own.
Yeah.
And this particular song, albeit, I would say, something interesting, and like, if this came on the radio, I wouldn't switch off the radio automatically. But at the same time, I wouldn't seek it out.
Yeah.
Now, I would love to hear from fans what you guys thought of yourselves, kind of what the songs, and I know there's been people asking me to react to this and why you feel the way you do about the band. Actually, on my last reaction, when I did comment on them, they did come out themselves and said thank you for the reaction.
Oh, nice.
So if they get a chance to watch this, I hope you guys also understand we're just coming from a personal bias.
Right.
It's definitely not a criticism or like shitting on the band.
Yeah.
Hopefully
What I would love to hear actually from the fans, I'm always interested in generations of fans who appreciate this music. I would love to hear from you guys, Conquer Divide fans. Please let me know specifically. I'm curious, in like which part of your musical journey did you stumble across this band? Was it like one of the first metal bands that you heard? Maybe you have a vast experience of like 30 plus years of listening to metal, and you just heard Conquer, and it was like, oh my god, this is fresh, this is new, this is exciting for me. Let me know. I could be totally off on this, but you can't knock a fan for having a personal take.
Exactly. And on that note, guys, just also make sure to enjoy your day
and enjoy the kind of music that you enjoy. Don't let anybody stop you from that.
Exactly. Keep it metal.